All right, so I haven't made a video for a very long time. There was a minute where trading got extremely overwhelming. I wasn't doing good, and I just wasn't in the spot that I wanted to be. So I ended up stopping, and then I back tested for like the past 3 months straight. Kind of switched up my strategy a little bit, and then um, basically I just I switched up my model, and then now I'm starting to do better. So this was just I created this channel in the first place just to basically record my journey and what I've been doing. So the past few months, I just been basically experimenting with continuation trades and more of volume instead of pattern trading. So there was a trade that I took today, one on an eval and then one on an XFA, which sadly the XFA one lost. But let's get to it. So we'll start out with the daily time frame, or I guess the 4 hour. But when market was opening, we were basically in this large gap. We had a new week opening gap right here, which I already know is the stronger draw. I was just waiting for an entry toward it. We took out all these draws right here. All these, these low resistance draws right as the market was opening. And the last thing I want to do is short within a gap. So where is it? Market opened. Let me just mark this out. Okay. So sweeping all these pre-market, I was not going to take this, even though it was a nice retrace and then a good voluminous displacement. I wasn't going to take it because I would have to go break even immediately right as we tap this gap. And then for the draws lower, it's kind of hard to predict if we're just going to tap this and bounce out. And I would have just targeted probably just this gap right here. So basically just right off the bat, it wouldn't be a good, maybe it would be good RR, but the chances of us going deeper into this gap was probably not too great. So it would have looked something like that, but it is not something I would have, definitely not. Just not something I would have played, even 1-to-1. So scratch that. Daily gap didn't give an immediate reaction, so I was kind of waiting for us to just go deeper into the gap. Hold up. My thing isn't loading. But basically, we started dumping down. I wasn't going to chase price all the way down here. We're moving pretty fast, but I have to wait for the retrace. And then I need an internal point to go break even. Bro, if we can load. One sec. All right, bet. Bro, oh my goodness. All right, bro, that's so annoying. Okay. Anyways, so after this whole section right here, we're basically just consolidating. I mean, you can low-key predict a reversal off of here. Bro, what is that? Yeah, basically just to go lower because we swept out liquidity. We were filling in daily gaps. ES was also sweeping out more low or highs. Anyways, moving on. Here's the trade that I took. Here's the new week opening gap, just the open to it. And then I guess I could have targeted the fill, but I didn't like that. We came up for a nice retrace, tapped the largest gap, which should hold most of the time. Then from there, I scaled down just to the 1 minute. Here, let me just... Boom. Tap the 5-minute gap. I guess I should have waited for a 5-minute reaction because we took so many candles to react. We ended up inversing this small gap right here. And that's where I took my entry just because basically from that point there's no resistance until these lows, or at least I would have thought. So ended up losing like 200 bucks on there on a 50K. Then moving forward, came up for a larger retrace. We didn't tap an hourly gap, but still a retrace. Even though we inversed this gap, we were still extremely bearish. Like we dropped like 300 points. When did we open? Yeah, 200 points. So we're still extremely bearish. I know we came up for a good retrace, but it doesn't really matter to me. Dude. This Wi-Fi is killing me, bro. This whole area. Can I just, can I skip, please? All right, whatever. So 15-minute retrace, came down, inverse this gap. I know it wasn't the cleanest like candle to enter off of. It's just that we were still extremely bearish, and we had a good target right here, the new week opening gap. it's just a void, basically, of orders. So this one, I entered on 250Ks, so I pretty much full ported them and made like 1,200, but that doesn't really matter. I just wanted to pass the account, and that's pretty much it. I don't think I entered anything off the 1 minute, just because it was like choppier. Yeah, I guess we had these candles still holding, but it was a higher time frame trade, so I was okay with that. But basically, that's what I took today. The market ended up dumping, but it's all right. So basically, I'm just experimenting more with volume. I did get a new mentor. I'm not going to cap. Hopefully I can get my first payout. I'm like 3 days away, so still have not gotten that. Blew my Top Step account just because I was 1 day away, but I was also in drawdown, so I wouldn't be able to request a payout if I got that 1 day, so I just full ported it. Lost that account, blew a few more. I was back testing for like the past 2 or 3 months straight, like every day, probably for like 5 to 8 hours. And then I would say just about last week, I ended up getting like a 70% win rate, which has been my goal for like this whole year. Got that, ended up like, I don't back test anymore. I'm just trying to focus on reflecting with these trades. Basically, I'm gonna just be live trading from now on. I'm only gonna focus on live trades and only gonna reflect on live trades. I don't know if I'm gonna backtest anymore, just because, the real lessons are within the live market, and I need to learn how to perform better anyways. Because sometimes it's extremely stressful. But one thing I would like to say is, here, let me get this tool out. This was a point where I guess we could have came down and also went up for more low resistance draws, especially after filling those huge gaps. But I guess I got lucky from it also, coming straight down. So yeah, I guess a little bit sketchy on this side. This one was definitely a higher time frame trade. I could have just entered on this 5-minute close, but either way, I don't know. I don't know really what else to say. It's more about the line chart and the discretional trades. I'm not really trading the patterns anymore. But you can see the V shapes is what I like to take. V shapes with discretion. But other than that, that's it for today.